Hey guys, welcome to another video on Brand Device where we talk about business and finance. My name is Bharat. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. On this channel, we discuss business and finance, and this time, a bit of the election program of one of the parties which are going to be contesting in Germany's September 2021 elections. Now, this was hands down one of the most horrifying election programs that I came across. And there are a lot of not so nice things written inside. So you have your rich tax, you have income tax increase, you have the rich tax, you have a wealth tax, you have so many different kind of taxes that I'm going to take you to the screen and I'm going to read you through everything. And I cannot translate this document into English because then technically this wouldn't be something that they would have written, and then legally I would be standing in a bad place. That's why I'm going to just use the German version. I'm proficient in German, so I will be translating these things for you side by side. And if you want to watch this video in German, I will also be uploading this video in German on my German channel, Brand Device Business und Finanzen Deutsch. So let's start the horror show. So the party Die Linke, they are actually not such a small party in the German parliament. If you take a look here, CDU and CSU are at 245 places right now, and Die Linke are at 69. So it's like a 3 times difference, and it is again, so in the infographic that you see here, of course it is the second smallest from the major parties, but it is still not so small. But I personally believe this is still a significant party. The chances of them coming to the German elections and winning everything is going to be very, very low. But if they're coming in coalition with something, I think that would be really horrible. The worst kind of coalition that you could think about is really your SPD, Die Linke, and Die Grünen. All of these 3 parties, they just stand for absolute taxation on anybody who's thinking about any kind of money. And you will also see it in their election program that I'm going to take you through now. First thing you see here, they're saying that jahrzehntelang ist in Deutschland eine Vermögensteuer erhoben worden, seit 1997 nicht mehr. So right now they're kind of fantasizing about that time when the wealth tax was still being imposed in Germany, but after 1997 this is no longer the case, and they are saying that this is very scandalous and we want to do something to fight it, which is interesting. They're also writing that they want to put out a wealth tax, so you can read it here. Die Vermögen ohne Schulden oberhalb von 1 Million Euro mit 5% belastet. So after 1 million euros, whatever kind of net wealth you have, even if it is in real estate, so they don't care if you're not making any money right now, maybe because you're having one really big hotel that you're renting it out, and because of the pandemic it is not getting rented out, but they don't care. You will still have to sell some parts or sell some of your other things so that you're able to pay this 5% to the state, which I find really, really weird. They're also going to tax the properties that you're having right now in Germany, and also the properties that you're having abroad if you're tax liable in Germany. Very important. Another thing that they said is they want to start a Vermögensabgabe. To translate it literally, Vermögensabgabe would mean wealth giveaway. So you will have to give away a part of your wealth depending on how much money you have. Now, another important thing is that they're talking about Nettovermögen. So you have paid all of your taxes whatsoever, then afterwards whatever net worth you have or net wealth you have, on that they are going to charge this tax. So that is going to be from 10% to 30%, and this can be paid over 20 years. So you essentially have to pay whatever wealth you have 10 to 30% away if Die Linke came in power. Now they're also talking about the Erbschaftssteuer and everything, so inheritance tax. So they want to also tax it, blah blah. Another thing that I absolutely hated about this proposal was that they want to again tax the companies more. So they want to tax the companies. Right now they're taxed at 15% Körperschaftssteuer and then 15% I think Gewerbesteuer. So in total the end taxation that happens in Germany on private limited companies is 30%. They want to increase it by another 10%, which will make it 40% for private limited companies, which is again just horrible. If you see further what they're talking about, they also want to avoid the tax avoidance and things like that. And in order to do that, they want to make a Bundesfinanzpolizei, so a federal finance police, which is just bonkers to me, as if the Finanzamt is not a spy bureau already who is just trying to check every single transaction that you make. In Germany, every single time you get any kind of transfer above 20,000 euros or even sometimes above 15,000 euros, it has to be declared at the Finanzamt. So these are like such stupid things, and the bank asks you directly. So for example, N26 and stuff, they don't care about these things so much. But I was at Foxbank, and every time I had a transaction above 10,000 euros, they're like, yeah, like, can you please tell us? We have to report it to the finance. And I was like, yeah, great. So I don't know. I mean, like, these are just sounding very interesting things to me. Finanztransaktionssteuer, they also want that, just like SPD. And here they are saying that they want a Finanztransaktionssteuer of 0.1%. That means anytime you buy some stocks, you will be paying a tax of 0.1% of the entire amount that you're investing inside the stocks. And this is on top of any kind of commission that your trader is having, any kind of spreads. For example, spreads is anyways another almost like tax to you, because you're not getting the amount that you're paying a bit more. Nah? That's the story of spreads when you're buying any kind of stocks whatsoever. And then on top of all of that, you have 0.1%. Great. One thing that I found decent was that they want to make all of the income tax 0% for all of the people who are earning 14,400 euros. So that will be around 1,200 euros a month. I think this is not a bad thing at all. But the next thing that they write really just killed all of the goodwill that I was like, having for them. Ab 70.000 Euro zu versteuerndem Einkommen im Jahr beträgt der Steuersatz 35%. So, after 70,000 euros, you'll be paying 53% in taxes to the German state. And 70,000 euros is what, like 6,000 euros per month. And when you pay all of your health insurance and everything, you're anyways left with lesser amount, but they don't care about it. They also write here, zu versteuerndes Einkommen bedeutet, dass vom Bruttoeinkommen nach den üblichen Abzügen Pauschale, Freibeträge und Sonderausgaben übrig bleibt. So this is the money that you will be getting from your brutto salary after you've already paid all of the deductions. On top of that, they're going to charge this. So they're going to be charging this after all of the deductions have been already done. 53%. Keep this in mind. Right now, it is at around 30%. Now, another thing that they're saying is they want to introduce a rich tax, a tax on the rich. Now, 60% over 260,000 euros per year, 75% in taxes on income above 1 million euros per year, which is like just horrible. Like, why would anybody who can give jobs to other people would even like think about staying in Germany? Or if you think about other thing, they can just like write off different kind of cars and stuff as business expense, but you can do it in the shorter term, like what I really think is that if they really like push this like socialist ideologies, I think this is going to like end up really bad, because Die Linke is still a party which really like mesmerizes all of the East Germany times and the socialist times and everything. So this is like, I find their ideologies as bad as the other extreme that we are having to the left. So here they also write that they want to remove the 25% flat tax that the people are paying right now on stocks, and they want to increase it to the normal income tax level. So you're also like kind of screwed there. So these were like, pretty much the highlights that I could find in their election program. I'm going to link their election program in the description below so that you can use Google Translate or whatsoever to read them. But I really believe that you should kind of understand what different parties are standing for, so that when you meet some German friends or something, what kind of things you have to tell them, so that they do not make a bad mistake which ends up costing all of us. I'm a German citizen. My wife Alina, she's a German citizen. We are not going to be voting for this party with all of the horrible ideas that they're putting in their election program. Now again, all of these are my personal opinions. I'm not telling anybody to do something, but you have to be informed about these things. You have to know what is happening right now. At least for us, like, it is very important that we do not make any kind of mistake when these kind of elections happen. So far, I find FDP very interesting. I think CDU, CSU is also very interesting, because these two parties are not talking about tax increases. SPD is talking about tax increase. The Grünen are talking about tax increase. And Die Linke, they're also talking about tax increase. AfD, on the other hand, they're also not talking about tax increase. They're talking about tax reduction. So I find this like ecosystem very interesting, and I'm so curious how the elections are going to play out. But at least I know right now it is very important to keep an eye out on all of the different kind of election program, the drafts that they're sending out, so that I can share with you guys and you can share it with others. I do not believe Die Linke is going to come into power, but I do believe there is going to be some sort of tax increase that we are going to see once the parties change in September 2021. Maybe, in the first few months of them taking over the power. So just keep an eye out, see how the entire zeitgeist is developing. and just keep your options ready. For us, it was really nice that we could move away to Romania, but we don't know if they put a nationality-based taxation, then it is again going to be a problem. But if I think about it, like all of the money is coming to a private limited company, so we will see like how all of that pans out. And the private limited company is in Romania. We will see. But so far, I'm really not happy about the leftist parties and their ideologies right now. I think it's just really, really weird. It is not good for the capitalist spirit. It is not good for companies. It is not good for businesses. And let's hope people of Germany make a good decision this time. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any kind of questions whatsoever, let me know in the comment section below. Share this video with your friends so that they also understand what kind of things are happening right now in the election programs. Thank you so much again. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.